Well, hey everybody, this is Charles Harper, and I'm here with my friend Richard Anza, and he's with Dominate Online Solutions. And what we're going to be talking about today are some ways that you can really get started online. Richard's been involved in coaching and helping people, and so what we want to do is just kind of talk about some things that he knows that you can do that'll really help you to get moving. Richard, good to be with you.
Hi, Charles. Good to have you. Good to be with you as well.
So yeah, man. So one of the things I wanted to kind of get together with you about is, with the pandemic and just with things in general. I mean, people are starting to really evaluate. Okay, how can I get started online? Or if I'm at home, I've got this time to kill, or I just really don't feel as good about my job. What kinds of things do people need to think about? Before they just take the leap and start jumping in on their Facebook feed online.
No, that's a good question. I think the priority is, assessing what skills you have, what you can offer, regardless of what that might be. Ultimately, what's your main passion? What can you do that doesn't feel like work or doesn't feel like a chore? Um, what things do people tend to ask you to help them with often, whether it's helping out with cooking or barbecue or fixing computers, or we all have something that we love to do, and we all have something that we're very good at doing without even thinking about it. That could be already online, it could be offline, which you could manipulate to teach online as well. So once you understand those skills, you could be in the capacity where you're working and you give advice. You could be a teacher, very good at controlling the class in terms of classroom management. You could be a lawyer, with a very niche area of specialism where you feel you might want to help more people,
Hmm.
to help solve problems. That could be maybe in the debt area, or it could be in negotiation or sales. There's so much at the end of the day that people have a skill with. So not to um, put anything, that I know will be interested. 9 times out of 10, you will find people who are interested. I got started myself in a niche which is really, really quite small. Um, but I have so many people, coming to me, uh, wanting my help. I teach about
Hmm.
private trust. That's why I got started initially in the finance area. And so it's a very, very niche area. But at the end of the day, people are still looking at my content all over the world, commending my the way I teach, and wanting to get involved online. So that it don't negate anything you have at all.
So now, when you say, and I'm pretty sure you had the experience, when you've been doing online trust, somebody would say to you, Richard, I'm so used to just helping people. I never even thought that, the thing that I like to do, or the thing I know how to do, that I could actually get paid to do. So
Mm.
for somebody who has, kind of that same sort of problem, how do you move from, let's say, just giving advice when, you used to give it away to really starting to say, okay, well, that vice is worth something. I should really ask to be paid for it. How do you make that transition?
I think well, I make the presumption that it should be a natural progression. I think the very first thing to do is to get yourself out there, get known, as to what you do. Let people see your passion. Let people see that you are an expert in what you do. And you don't have to be the world's greatest expert, but just that you know enough to share and help solve people's problems. And in the background, maybe start working on a product. It could just be a one-page document. It could be an ebook, a 5-page ebook talking about how to solve a problem, but just something that you could monetize. And
Hmm.
then when the time is right, people start to ask you, like, I love your content. I love what you've been sharing. How can I find out more about what you do? How can I get on board with what you have to do? That when you start seeing people asking those questions naturally, because people won't be shy to ask you, I want to, more of your time, I want more of your help. Where can I find more of your stuff? It normally you'll be prompted by your future customers, or the people who you are a hero to. In my experience, will be approaching you far more than you try and look for them. So I would say the priority is not so much the money, even though obviously that's what we're getting involved with that partially. The priority is, show the world what you are capable of, and then they will run to you. knowing that you can solve their problem. Obviously, you need to be able to communicate in a problem solving way,
Hmm.
or a salesy way. Obviously, you're not just saying, "Oh, see you later. Here's my content next week." But sometimes, you might say, if you want to find out more, so you're prompting people to want to find out more, so they can see that you have things to offer. But at the same time, people will approach you and say, "Well, look, I love your content. Where can I find out more? Do you have a website? Do you have products?" Most of my sales on my financial education side, because I don't have any sales pages, I deliberately took them away. Are people reaching out to me via my help desk and say, "Look, Richard, I love all your content. I want to get involved with your courses." I do mention them in my training. So that's an example. So there's no reason why if you're just starting out, you can just do the same and just let the world know about your passion and what you're excited about and how you can help people and solve their problems. When they see that, I believe the transition should be quite natural as to here's my first product, and have something ready to go when you're ready, within yourself, to start producing something of value, whether that's a $5 product, $10 product, doesn't matter. Just start with something really simple, and it will just progress naturally, I believe.
Richard, when you say that, I know that I'm probably on the technical side. You may be on the technical side. What do you say to somebody who says, I know a lot, and they
Mm,
probably like what you're saying? They have a lot of knowledge. They probably have a lot of experience. They really do feel like they can help. And, they probably even feel like I would feel, they might feel comfortable even saying, okay, I'd like to be paid, but they're not technical. So is this something that you can only do if you are really technical, making that jump from having this experience that you want to, as you say, monetize, and
mm.
and not being able to?
That's a really good question. I'm a bit of a techie myself, so it's a bit of a difficult question to answer. But there are ways and means of doing this without being a techie. You can keep it really simple. When I first started, I didn't know what systems to put together. I didn't know how to put it together. I had to kind of find out and just use the simplest method possible, just to make it work. And now, there's so much more systems out there, all-in-one systems that are really quite robust, which is quite simple to learn and utilize if you want to do it yourself, or if you have the budget and maybe your time is not as free as, say, other people. You could outsource that as well, potentially. So, whichever your situation is, whether it's you've got more time in your hands or more money in your hands that you can invest, there are systems out there that you can either invest in yourself, which is the learning curve is not so steep, or you can get a virtual assistant to help you and assist
Mhm.
you, or outsource it out, completely, and allow someone to do it for you, and you just focus on what you do best. So it's really up to you how you want to go about doing that. But
Now,
don't let it stop you from going forward.
is that the kind of thing that you help people with at your Dominate Online site? Is that the kind of thing that you work people with, or that you teach people how to do?
Yeah, definitely. One of my core areas is teaching that people how to, what I feel is the best systems to get started with. If you're techie orientated, then I have a package or a set of systems that I recommend. And if you're not so techie, I use another system, which is, I think, still quite robust. Regardless of whether you're techie or not, there is going to be a learning curve of some form, and that we can't negate that, or shy away from that. So in anything new, there is going to be some type of a learning curve. So ideally, in my courses, I try to keep the learning curve as low as possible, and make myself available to help get that information across, or even offer a done for you service if it's required. So yeah, absolutely.
So I want to shift gears. I want to talk a little bit
Mm.
about Dominate Online Solutions. So tell me about, what, that your brand's about. Tell me a little bit about what you do. I know. So one of the things, you help people who are sort of new to all this sort of overcome the tech. What are some of the other things that you do at Dominate Online Solutions?
Well, maybe I'll backtrack a little bit. The Dominate Online Solutions started from my passion of financial education. So I started my main business called Wealth Guardian Education. That was at the back of the 2008 financial crisis. I was in finance myself, and things kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And I decided I was going to teach people how to not make the same mistakes that I made. And one of the key lessons I learned was, that anyone can be wealthy. It's a skill that can be learned, as opposed to, an ornate gift that people just happen to fall upon.
Yeah.
And it's broken into 5 facets. And it's number one is how to make money, how to manage money, how to protect money, how to leverage money, and how to find accurate information or financial information. And I focused a long time on teaching people how to protect their money. But I was making money from doing that. And in my heart, it's many years, I've always wanted to show people, look, if I'm making money teaching people what I love, then let me help people learn how to make money doing what they love.
Sure.
And that's how Dominate Online Solutions kind of was birthed, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
And so ultimately, I believe online marketing is a fantastic way to do that. I think it's, it's digital real estate, so to speak. You've got property, you have something that you own, that's yours. That you can then now, the whole world is literally at your fingertips. You just need to learn how to leverage that skill and get yourself out there to your market. And so Dominate Online, literally just keep it really simple. That's my aim, and show people step by step how to start from scratch, how to determine what your niche is, how to make sure it's something that's competitive that you can monetize, or even decide, even before you decide about a niche, what business model do you want to go in? What's your comfort zone? Maybe you prefer to help other people do something, so you might want to be a VA as opposed to just start launching courses.
Right.
And that can cause confusion in its own right. Just deciding, well, how on earth am I going to get started? Shall I be an affiliate? One of the biggest lessons I learned is that don't just go by what people are telling you. You must do Facebook. You must be an affiliate. You must be, do ads or whatever. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, there's people out there who are making money online doing in 101 different ways. There's no, I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong way. There might be an efficient way of doing it, but ultimately you can make money online in so many different ways. So it's just to kind of investigate initially, what business model would you like to, do you think would sit comfortably with you? Would it sit comfortably with the time that you have available? Because I'm targeting everyone, but my focus is really parents who have young kids who are struggling financially because they're just working every hour to try and make life work. And so if I can find a way to turn that around, that's kind of my target market. So how do I help you do that? So maybe you don't have the time to sit down and study for hours, learn how to do a WordPress website. Maybe you'd be happy to record some videos on TikTok or on YouTube and start building that up over time. And you've got a bit of time in your hands over a period of time and start getting paid from that. Or maybe you want to share on different sites. I mean, there's so many different ways of doing it. Or you might decide, I want to do a course and I'm going to take my time and do so. But once you decide on the business model that's right for you, and you've made a decision that you feel is right, and open your eyes to what's available out there, even if you crash and burn with it, at least you've tried it. Then at least you can take it from there and move on. So that's one thing I do like to focus on, is making sure the business model is right for you, based on your skill set, based on your long-term goal. And then from there, you can just learn the basics of online marketing, or internet marketing, should I say, in terms of I won't say the techie stuff, but you just need to know how to market yourself. And then you just need to know how to monetize that content at the same time. So it can be, I wouldn't say it's a long learning curve, but it's something that can, either you can do very quickly depending on your skill set, or it might take a little bit of time. And I'm here to hold your hand and guide you through that process. And through Dominate Online Solutions, ultimately, I want to answer questions. Obviously, have content out there that's available that can answer your questions immediately in terms of the most typical questions that's asked, and share knowledge that's helped me along the way as well.
So for somebody who's watching this and they're thinking, you know what, that's me, right? I mean, I probably only have, X amount of time every day. how would I be able to, let's say, connect, with some of the stuff that you're talking about, or how would I be able to reach you in particular? If
Mm.
I'm listening and I'm thinking, okay, well, I think he sort of knows me. So how would people get a hold of you?
So my website is dominateonlinesolutions.com. So that's probably the best way. There's a support desk. You can literally send me an email and I'll get back to you, answer your questions. I have a YouTube channel that's growing. I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. So there's different ways to connect with me, online from that point of view, with Dominate Online Solutions. I also have like a free ebook that I give away in a cheat sheet, which I think are like fundamental steps that anyone should understand, whether it's online business or not, but just to get your focus in. Well, what do I need to focus on to move forward? And that's called a free crucial step. So you can just type that in dominateonlinesolutions.com, free dash crucial dash steps. And you'll get that. Or if you even go on the website, dominateonlinesolutions.com, just click on free crucial steps on the menu, and that will take you straight to the page as well. So you can download that at your leisure. So those are the different ways to contact with me or connect with me. And I'm more than happy to reach out with you and share with you, or if you message me on Facebook, again, I'm happy to talk with you as well. No problem at all.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm gonna pull it over so I can take a look at it. Obviously, people won't be able to see it where I'm looking at it, but okay. So, dominateonlinesolutions.com/3 crucial steps,
Yeah,
and this is going to be a cheat sheet, and people are going to be able to download this, right? They're going to be able to
absolutely.
download this on their computer or on their
Hmm.
mobile, and they're going to then be able to just kind of understand some real basics and to get started. Now, when they get this report, Richard, will they be in touch with you, or will
Oh
will, will
yes.
you? Okay, good. So
Hmm.
let's say once I get the PDF and I look at it and have some questions about what you have in there. You say, Facebook group or your support desk? Is that the easiest way to kind of reach
Absolutely.
out to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Different ways to reach, or if you're on Facebook, you can message me directly. Not a problem at all.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, this has been Richard Asna, and he's from DominateOnlineSolutions.com. And I'm going to suggest, I'm looking at this on screen if I look a little weird. His report is, 3 crucial steps. So if you go to DominateOnlineSolutions.com/3 crucial steps, you'll be able to get, this is a cheat sheet. What I like about cheat sheets is that you don't have to invest a lot of time. You can kind of look at this from the 30,000-foot view, and then Richard is making himself available, to answer your questions. You'll be able to get all that information there. So again, head over to dominateonlinesolutions.com/3 crucial steps. So Richard, man, I appreciate you hanging out with me here, and
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much.
yeah, everybody. So head on over to Richard, and Richard, have a great day.
And to you. Thank you.